Okay, let's get started. So we are playing FrogComposband 7.1.salmiak. This is going to be a guide video, and let's just jump right in. So we'll start a new character so that you can see how I set up my options. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in and change all those. Easy ID I want on, so that means that I don't have to identify items, everything is already identified. Easy lore. That means that I know all of the characteristics of the monsters already. I don't have to die to them to find out. Powered telepathy is a little bit of a cheat option. So in regular Angband, when you have telepathy, you can see all monsters within the radius of your telepathy and you can tell exactly what they are. Whereas in FrogComposband, you can see enemies within your radius of telepathy, but you can't tell exactly what they are. You can only tell the type of monster that they are. So it makes things easier, although in my opinion not too much easier, because you can always just detect with regular telepathy and then try and remember what's around. And the other option is no selling, which just increases the amount of gold that you get, but means that you can't sell items to shops in town, which just makes things a bit quicker. Alright, let's see. We're going to play a demigod of... where is he? Hermes. So we have +1 to all our stats, we have pretty good skills, and the most important thing about this race is that they gain speed with levels. So I think at level 10 we get +1 to speed, and then +1 every 10 levels after that, up to +5 at 50. Our class, we are going to play a warrior, just because it's pretty straightforward. And an important thing about this, I guess, is that the experience penalty for warrior is 100%. Demigods have a really high experience penalty of 240%. So if I was playing a class with a high experience penalty, you can see up the top there that my total experience penalty is now 384, which would make it incredibly tedious to level up to 50. So I tend to only play demigods on low experience penalty classes. And finally, personality, we're going to be lucky. So the important thing about lucky is it improves your skills. So that means that you have a good device skill, which is kind of important in the late game in FrogComposband. It does decrease all your stats by 2, but we're a demigod, so we don't care too much about that. And as an additional bonus, it means that you get better drops. So, let's see, we are Edwend. Let's just jump right in. So again, I'm going to set up some options to my liking. I want this, and I want this, and this. I also want to set up my windows, so I'm going to have my inventory/equipment in the first one and the monster list in the second one. The monster list is probably the most important thing. I would recommend that you always have that up because it's really important in Angband variants to know what monsters are around you. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over here and get the Thieves Hideout quest, which is pretty much always going to be the first quest you do on any character. Hey, Nick the Butcher. So you can see Nick the Butcher has spawned, who is a unique monster that has a chance of dropping a good item. Let's see. We can probably kill him. Yeah, let's kill him, see what he drops. Might be a bit tedious because we're level 1. Okay, what did he drop? Padded armor, +5, that's not really worth it. I guess I'll also turn on the auto destroyer, which you activate by pressing _ or Mogaminator, as it is now called. So this just automatically gets rid of items that you don't care about, and you can see there it's auto destroyed the corpse of Nick the Butcher. You can configure it to your liking. So if I, for example, don't want to destroy corpses, I could have that in there, which will leave all corpses on the floor, but it won't actually destroy them anymore. So if I kill this guy, will he drop a corpse? No. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, yeah, you can modify that. We'll probably be modifying that later in the game, just to set things up a bit better. So, what do I want? Oh, that's annoying. So usually here I would buy a scroll of detect traps and a scroll of light, because we're going into Thieves quests and there's some traps around which are a bit annoying, and I'd like light so I can shoot the thieves before they get to me. Neither of those are available here, but that's not a big deal. I'll buy a lantern, and I'll spend the rest of my gold on potions of cure serious wounds. I want to spend as much of my gold as possible because the thieves are probably going to steal all of it. There we go, 1 gold left. Let's see if they steal it. Oh yeah, I don't have any scrolls. So I'm just going to kind of wait here at the entrance and hit them as they come to me. And you can see there that the tax collector attacked us and he stole all of our 1 remaining coins. So if I had not bought stuff and I'd come straight in here, he probably would have stolen about half my starting gold. So you want to just use it all up before you even come in here. And there we go, we've completed our quest. We're level 4 and we've got some stuff to look at. I don't care. I do care about that. Those bolts are nice. That dagger I don't care about. Oh, those arrows are probably, oh, I don't know. 33 damage with the arrows. We can buy a crossbow and see what the damage is like with the bolts. There we go, there's one of the traps. So we were kind of lucky in that we didn't walk into any traps in this room. You can see we walked into one just there, and it destroyed one of our arrows. I'm going to disarm them for a little bit of extra experience. What was that? Small dart, that's fine. Spiked pit. Ooh, it did a lot of damage. Alright, so there we go. There's our first quest done. Now we can go back and get the reward, which is a pretty decent sword. So the next quest in this line is Pest Control. So this one is a dungeon quest. So some quests in this game are actually based in the dungeons. Most of them are based in kind of one-off areas, like you just saw. And we're also going to do the quest at the bar, Trouble at Home. This one, you don't really get any experience from it. There's like one monster in one of the side rooms which can give you experience, but these guys don't actually give you any, I don't think. But you do get a fair bit of gold from it, and importantly, there is a potion of booze, or potentially many potions of booze, in one of the rooms down the bottom, and I'll explain a bit later why that's important. Did I finish? Yeah, I finished. So down in this room there's some Elvish Waybread, which we'll pick up, and 6 potions of booze, which is quite good. So we will immediately inscribe the potions of booze with !Q, which means that the game will ask us for confirmation if we try and quaff them. So you can see I just tried to quaff it there and it says really true 6 potions of booze, because typically you don't actually want to quaff these because they will, I think, hallucinate and confuse you. So that's all done, let's get out of here. Hopefully this, oh yeah, that's good. So we've got a set of studded leather gloves which will improve our attack a little bit. So you can see right now we're doing 25 damage. If I put the gloves on, we are doing 26, a little bit of an improvement. And the next quest in that line is Bear Problem. So we won't be doing that immediately, we'll hold off on that for a bit. Let's go do War Quest now. Actually, let's buy a crossbow and see how that does. There are no crossbows. Alright, arrows it is. Let's buy a quiver and put our arrows in that. I'm going to buy 2 scrolls of Word of Recall. There are no potions of curing, which I would usually buy. So I'll buy these critical wounds, and because there were no potions of curing, I'll buy some potions of cure. Sorry, not potions, mushrooms of cure confusion from the mushroom shop. So let's go, Warrens. So this dungeon is like the beginner dungeon. It's pretty easy. If you're a Demigod Warrior, nothing in here can really phase you at all, I think. So we're just diving straight down to level 5 so we can fight the wargs. We do... Ooh. So you can see there we got confused by the blinking dot. And there's a warg right here. So this isn't a great situation to be in. I don't want to be confused while a warg is right next to me, or about to be right next to me. So if I hadn't bought those mushrooms of Cure Confusion, that potentially could have killed me. I think it's unlikely, but that could have killed me. So that's the reason you should always be carrying some form of curing or Cure Confusion. You never want to be able to be confused if you can avoid it. We're going to up our strength. You can also see that our strength is yellow at the moment, which means it was decreased by something, probably when we got confused by that blinking dot. So increasing our strength will also cure that temporary decrease. Wow, we feel very strong. So it looks like there's a few wargs here. Let's rest up. I should be firing these arrows as well as they come up to me, instead of just waiting. This looks like there might be a door hidden. Nope. Annoyingly, sometimes with this quest, the wargs can generate in a hidden part of the level. So, I mean, and by hidden I mean a part like that where it's concealed behind a secret door. And sometimes it can be real difficult to actually get them all. It looks like this might be one of these times. Okay, there's the last one. Oh, that's annoying. We've spawned in. Okay, good, he opened the door. We're just going to dive down to the bottom of the dungeon and fight Mugash, the Kobold Lord. I don't really care about anything else in this dungeon. I only really want to kill him, because when you kill a Dungeon Guardian, you gain a stat of your choice, and they also generally drop something good. And I know that he always drops at least 1 potion of speed, which will be handy. He does come with a posse of kobolds, so if we can, we want to fight him in a corridor. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, okay, so I stepped on that trap and was blinded, and then this door down here opened, so potentially that's Mugash and his kobolds. So I'm just going to stand here and just attack whatever's south of me. Okay, that's definitely him. So yeah, he did quite a bit of damage to us just then. If I had curing, this would be easy. I would just cure out of this and we'd be fine, but I don't have curing. I probably should have bought a mushroom of cure blindness as well. So I think I'll just quaff. Wonder what that is. So something also confused us, but we're still blind, so I'll just continue quaffing cure serious wounds until we're not blind. Okay. Wow. So, that's a good reason for playing a warrior. We accidentally killed Mugash while we were blind and confused. I didn't even get to show off my cool trick with the potions of booze. So, normally what I would do is, if I wasn't blind, I would throw a potion of booze at the wall next to him, and that has a good chance of confusing him, and once he's confused, he goes down really easily. But hopefully I can show that off with the next Dungeon Guardian. Anyway, we killed Mugash, we're going to go strength again. You can see right now our strength is at 18. when you increase a stat that's at 18, it has a pretty decent chance of increasing by more than 1. So you can see right at the moment we're at 1830. If we increase strength, we went up by 3 to 1860. And we have conquered Warrens. Alright, let's just not die to random kobolds. Ah, okay, there's something behind us. Is there? I'm confused now. It curses. I wonder what that was. Probably a priest or something. Okay, there we go. So there we go. He dropped 1 potion of speed, which is a little bit unfortunate. Sometimes he can drop several. Ooh, and a short bow of accuracy, which is a definite improvement over our regular plain old short bow, so let's drop that. And let's just recall out of here. So another trick I can show off is that if you immediately go back down into Warrens and recall, you can see in our dungeon screen that we're at level 1 in Warrens, and what that means is that if we recall to Warrens, we'll end up in level 1. So if we're anywhere in the world and we want to get back to a town quickly, we can just recall to Warrens, walk out, and then we're right next to this town. So let's see, we got a pretty decent cloak for that, and the next quest is the sewer. So there are 2 potential quests that you can get here. One is this one, the sewer, and the other one I forget the name of, but it's like the Prince of Rats or something like that. If it was the Prince of Rats, I would probably go and do it right now. Since it's the sewer, I won't. So the sewer, you would like to have probably more stealth than I do have, because that quest has a few breeding monsters in it, and you don't want them to wake up and then fill up the level. So let's wear our cloak. Let's buy more potions of serious, or actually I need to buy recall. Let's buy a recall, and then let's learn from our mistakes and get these 2 mushrooms of cure blindness. We've still got 3 mushrooms of cure confusion, so that's fine. And let's just spend the rest. Actually, I probably want teleport as well. I want more money, is what I want. There is no teleport here. Okay, that's a shame. I'll just spend all my money on cure serious wounds then. Alright, let's go down into the next dungeon, which is the Hideout. And you can see that this one starts at level 8 instead of at level 1, so it's a little bit more dangerous. We're not going to do bear problem just yet. And again, just like with Warrens, I'm just going to dive. I doubt there's anything here that I really care about except for the dungeon boss. I just want to get to him and kill him as quickly as I can. There's a yellow light which will blind us unless we shoot it from far away. What was that? Okay. So this is another thing that happens in Angband variants. You get a feeling for the level, and it says you like the look of this place, which I think is just one of the lower ones. It means that it's a bit above average, I think. So there's probably something okay here, but nothing worth spending time actually looking for. So as soon as we find the stair, we're going to go down. There we go. More arrows. Shaft. Ooh, another shaft. So let's see. I'm not afraid of any of these guys, I think. That's nice, another scroll of word of recall. Something invisible. Just run away from it. Probably just some sort of ghost. Ah, that's annoying. We didn't have that much gold anyway, so he couldn't steal much. I probably should have shot him. Yeah, like that. I'm not even going to bother picking up the Cure Light Wounds. Slow monster. I can't remember if the Dungeon Guardian of this dungeon is affected by slow monster, but we can definitely try. Okay, here's someone we can try it out on. Brother the Easterling. He doesn't do anything except for hit you, so he should be pretty easy to take down. Let's back up a bit and see if we can slow him. He's unaffected. Okay, it probably doesn't work on the Dungeon Guardian either, but he went down really easily. Let's go Strength again. That time we only went up by 18, which only really counts as 1. That's a good armor. We'll wear that. Okay, so level 16, there's only 2 more levels in this dungeon. Ah, this is a crappy floor. Only 2 more levels in this dungeon before we get to the Dungeon Guardian level. Druid is a little bit dangerous because they can cast Firebolt, I think. Okay, here we go, here's a shaft. So we're going to end up on level 18. So there we go, Meng Huo, the king of the Southerings, lives on this level, and we have a bunch of trolls around us, which are looking like they're going down with no problems. There's another slow monster. It has more power. So this one is power 20. This one is power 24. So let's just ditch this one. Slow monster isn't really good for long enough that I'm willing to keep 2 of them. We can try slowing this troll. Wow. Okay. I don't think it's very useful. I don't use slow monster a whole lot. These Skavens are pretty easy. Yeah, they can't do anything. But they are kind of nice because they always drop a lot of items. They come in a big pack and they drop a whole load of stuff. So there we go, there's our first source of detect traps. You can see that all of the X's went away, which if you're anything like me is very soothing to your OCD. And here's some scrolls of teleportation, which is good. We're going to pick up this ring. So sometimes completely plain rings will drop. They don't have any attributes at all, but they're still worth picking up because you can reforge artifacts onto them. Boots, we don't... Oh, what? It creates a mesmerizing illusion. So something we can't see has confused us. It would be nice if we had some source of light so we could light up the room. I'll heal up a little bit. And then I'll probably... Okay, so this illusionist, he could be a random spawn on the level, but I'm almost certain that he's part of Meng Huo's posse. So I'm guessing that in this corridor over here, or what looks to be a corridor at least, is the rest of his troop coming. So I'm going to kill him and walk down here a bit so I'm out of line of sight potentially of anything coming this way. I'll rest up. Looks like nothing else came. In fact, I don't even know where he came from. There he... Yep, okay, he came from over there. This isn't great. So I'm in a long corridor. I can see some illusionists who can confuse me and paralyze me. Ideally, I'd want a bend in this corridor so I can quickly duck out of line of sight. But as it stands, there's just this long walk behind me, which I'm just going to do anyway because it's probably the best option. And I'll try and get around the corner like that. And then I'll just kill them as they come up. The Berserker should go down pretty quick, but he did some damage to us. So when we've got a bit of breathing room, like now, let's heal up. Let's shoot this bandit. And shoot this berserker. And shoot that archaeologist. Archaeologist can attack you from 1 tile away, so he wasn't ever gonna step right next to me. Okay, here's Meng Huo. So now, I know that there's still some illusionists back this way, because I haven't killed them yet. So I don't really want to step down and start attacking him, but I probably will, because I'm greedy. So what I can do, which I wanted to show off with the kobold guy, is I can throw this potion of booze right here. You don't want to throw it at him, because it might just miss, and then it'll stay on the ground where he's standing. If you throw it at a wall next to him, like here, it shatters, and he looks confused, which is great, because now he's just going to die. Because he's just stumbling around. Let's kill the illusionist. Don't really care about the rogue. Okay, so there we go. Meng Huo's dead. I'll probably just go strength again. That was a good one. We went from 78 to 96. What's our melee damage like? Pretty good. I think there was one more illusionist. Ooh. You can see there, actually, I tried to fire an arrow at the novice ranger, but I was too scared to do it, and I lost a turn. So fear resistance is actually quite important in FrogComposband, especially in the later game. I would not want to go into the late game without at least one source of fear resistance. You can get temporary fear resistance by quaffing heroism, and I think warriors get fear resistance for free at like level 30 or something. But yeah, that's a resistance that people tend to gloss over a bit, I feel. Oh, we're too afraid to attack him again. So if you are afraid and you don't have any heroism, you can just heal up a bit. Oh yeah, he's an archaeologist, he's not going to step next to us. So if you're close to full health, you won't be as scared. Was there one more illusionist? Okay, that's probably him. Where is he? There we go. No? There we go. Okay, got him. So let's see. Rod, I prefer over staff. Ring of Archery, only +1 stealth, I'll wear that. Probably not enough stealth to go into the sewer. Potions of Clarity. I will pick up those. I usually wouldn't, but I would also usually have Curing at this point. So Clarity is really for mages. It gives you back some mana, but it also cures confusion. So that's probably worth hanging on to. For a bit at least. Potion of Intelligence. Not what I would have preferred for a stat potion, but I'll take it. And this is all stuff I already looked at, right? Oh, hang on. I didn't see this before. Oh, that's right. We were interrupted in the middle of looking at all this by the illusionist. So we got Detect Monsters as well. So now we have Detect Traps and Detect Monsters, which is probably the two things that you're looking for early game device-wise. But we're pretty much done here. I'm going to check real quick the items on the floor to see if I missed anything, and doesn't look like it. There are 2 grey mushrooms and an amulet, so if I press Shift H, that'll bring me over to them. That's a good amulet, I'll wear that. And all the mushrooms, blindness. Okay, so let's get out of here. I probably could do bear problem at this point, but I'll stock up on some stuff before I actually go in. Because we got a fair bit of gold. Okay, let's see. Wow, the shop has not been good. Or the shops, I should say, have not been good. I wanted to get heroism if I could, which is usually stocked in here, but hasn't been. I can get more teleport, which I will, because we're about to do overworld travel, and you should always be carrying teleportation when you're traveling across the overworld. Is there anything else I want? Not really. I'm going to check the magic shop just in case it has a Wand of Confused monster, which it does. And I'm definitely going to buy that. This will be really handy. We're going to hang on to that for probably a long time. And I can drop my... I'm not going to use the Wand of Slow monster when I have Confused monster. In fact, I think I forgot to use it at all in that fight. It probably wouldn't have helped. And I'll drop the Staff of Detect Traps, and I'll drop the Ring. I don't need these torches at all. I don't need these broadswords. Probably don't need all those extra arrows. Is there a crossbow here yet? Yeah, there is. Okay. No, actually, it's going to be much worse because we have this short bow of accuracy now. So that was a waste of money. I'm just going to ditch these. So we have now done Warrens and Hideout. We have Bear Quest to do and Sewer Quest, but I don't want to do either of those right now. So instead, we're going to leave Outpost and head towards Anambar. And on the way, we're going to pick up the dungeon entrance to the Troll Cave. This varies from game to game. It'll either be the Troll Cave or the Orc Cave. I think I probably prefer Orc Cave to Troll Cave, just because I think the end boss is a little easier. Where am I? Where's the entrance? Okay, there we go, north 4. Ah, I went west instead of east. Here's the Wounded Bear. So he is a unique who I think only spawns in the wilderness. And he's dead easy at this stage. And we're also weak from hunger, so let's eat some food. Sometimes he can be a wanted monster. But he's not this time. What was that? That's annoying, but not serious. That slug breathed acid on us and damaged our helm and destroyed one of our scrolls of telepathy. Here's a bunch of cold hounds, so I'm just going to go up immediately. I don't want them to breathe on me and destroy my potion of speed. So the only reason we ducked into that dungeon, we're not going to do it now, is so that we have it on our dungeon list, which means that we can now recall to it. Let's continue on our way to Anambar. The sun has fallen, so instead of going directly from where I was standing, which was here, up this way, is because I think ambushes, I might be wrong on this, but I think ambushes are more likely at night, and I don't want to be ambushed by something dangerous, although it wasn't likely because this is only a level 13 square. But if you're on the road, you are very unlikely to get ambushed. Alright, here we are in Anambar, much bigger than the last town. We are going to immediately get this quest, which gives us a home. And we're just going to jump right in and do it because there is no way we die in here. Although I probably should have bought a potion, no sorry not a potion, I probably should have bought a scroll of light before I came in here just for convenience. But yeah, okay, here's another archaeologist. We're just going to stand here and let everything come up to us until I get impatient, which didn't take long. Confused again. That'd be it, the illusionist. He flees in terror, but he doesn't die, and he teleported away. That's annoying. Let's go back to our corner where it's safe. There he is. Got him. What's left? Okay, there we go. We have completed that quest. I'm just going to press H a bunch of times. Let's see, anything interesting? Sling of Accuracy, nah, not really. Filthy Rag of Elemental Protection could be good. Barbarian Talisman, nah, I'd rather have the resistances. Boots of Protection are better than our current boots. Our gloves are cursed, which we should remove, because curses can sometimes cause bad effects. Let's pick up these arrows and put them in our quiver. we couldn't put all of them in our quiver, so let's ditch some regular arrows. There we go. Another one of Confused Monster. I will pick that up just because it's possible that our first one could get destroyed by a lightning attack or something. Cold resistance. I don't have cold resistance, so I will pick this up. I probably won't wear it just yet. I'll probably just keep it and swap out if I need it, because I'd rather have the AC at this point, I think. 14 arrows of slaying, we'll pick those up. Now let's just drop all the regular arrows, we don't really need them. So one thing about this quest is that there is always a decent shield in here, which is not very decent this run, so we're not going to pick that up. I would rather have the extra damage from two-handing the broadsword. We're hungry again, let's eat. So if we turn in that quest, we now have a home. The next quest, you can see there's our home, 8. The next quest in that line is Smuggler's Den, and that's a level 30 quest, so I'm definitely not doing that right now. Let's just get out of here and go over to Morgul. We're hungry. So I'm going to pick up Tengu and Death Sword's quest. I'm not going to do it now because I will probably die. And we're going to pick up the I Hate Snakes quest. And we are going to do that one right now. Let's see, do I have... Oh, these shops are terrible. I was hoping that there would be either Heroism or Antidote in here, and there are neither of those. I wonder if this stocks them. Well, we'll pick up those. So Potions of Antidote are good for Snake quest because they give you temporary resistance to poison, but it's doable without it. Actually, did that shop have curing? It didn't. Okay, that's really unlucky. I should have checked in Anandar actually, if that shop had anything. And I complained about it in the last quest, so I will remember this time. Let's pick up... Oh my god. Okay, I was going to say let's pick up a Scroll of Light, but the shops are really screwing us over. So we won't have any light except from our lantern. Should be fine though. So there we go. Here's Snake Quest. There's a whole bunch of snakes. It can poison... I think, okay, so this one can also blind you in addition to poisoning you, which is kind of annoying, but hopefully not a big deal. So if we get over there quickly enough, we can hopefully just stand in front of the door and kill everything as it comes out, and only be fighting one thing at a time, which is pretty much always what you want to be doing. And in fact, the completion criteria for this quest is not actually to kill all the enemies like it is in most quests, it's to collect the whip artifact that's inside this snake pit. Let's go... Our con is reduced. We could go... Let's just go con. Because I'm a cheapskate and I don't want to have to pay to get it restored. So here we go, the Whip of Dr. Jones. We've completed our quest. I don't really care about killing all of these, let's just get out of here. And even though the quest is to return the whip, we can just drop it off at home, and when we turn in the quest, they'll still accept it. We're not going to do the old barracks just yet. I think for now... we will... I don't really want to go into the swamps at night time, so let's rest up at the inn, and now we can go down here and get the tidal cave on our dungeon list. There's a red naga there, or a pink naga. I don't want to actually hit him in melee because he will reduce our strength, which I think is just a theme with the pink enemies. Yeah, so this pink frog also reduces strength. Lizard King, okay. We'll try killing him. There we go. Alright, I'm not going to do any of Tidal Cave just yet. I'm going to do a big circuit and get, oh, what was that? Ambushed. So you can see that because we were ambushed, we can't go back to the overworld map. So I'm just going to read a scroll, teleport and try again. It worked. Here's the mysterious cave, which is at a random location in every run and I think has a random depth and random dungeon boss. So we may as well just pick that up on our dungeon list. Here's Bloodfang, another overworld unique. He's not wanted either. Well, let's kill him anyway. And entrance to the dungeon is over here. What was that? Four-headed Hydra. We can probably kill a four-headed Hydra. We have arrows and phase door. So it's right next to us, let's just phase away and keep shooting it. I think I'm just going to hit it. Okay, here we go. Hydras drop lots of money. Or, well, not lots of money, but they drop only money. And they drop like a few sets of it, I guess. So they're good for getting money from her if you are really short of cash. Probably won't find any of this stuff, let's just get out of here. Here is the main dungeon of the game, Angband. We could, and I think we will actually, we could do the first 20-ish floors of Angband right now. And we may as well because it's on the way. So I'm just going to be diving. I don't really care about these early levels, especially not at this point when I'm level 15. Potions of Sight will pick up. I think these, will these cure? Yeah, these cure blindness. So in absence of potions of curing, I guess that's worth hanging on to. How long have we been playing? 42 minutes. Probably go for about an hour. Hopefully I can do everything I want to get to in that time. So you can see there that level feeling there, this level can't be all that bad. I think that is the lowest one you can get, so you know that there's almost certainly nothing worth staying on the level for if you get that message. Although the messages do differ depending on whether you have lucky or not. So if you have lucky personality, they're kind of optimistic, whereas if you don't, they're more fearful. And here we go, here's our first level guardian for Angband. So the Angband dungeon is unique in that it has level guardians. So we can't move on from this stair until we've killed Uthak. And I think he's pretty easy, so we can probably just go whack him until he dies. Oh, and I forgot to, just realised I forgot to buy remove curse for my gloves. That'd be... I probably should have confused him, but he died, so it's all good. Let's see. Lightning Brand, Frost Brand, that will almost certainly do more damage than our broadsword. So, yep, 121 versus 61. So that was a good drop. And it's a saber, so I will wear a shield because it doesn't decrease our damage at all, whereas it would have for the broadsword. In fact, I can probably show that. So if I wear the broadsword, 47 versus 61. So we don't need that anymore. Oops, I do need that. Don't want that. He didn't really drop anything else though. Let's rest up and go down. Master Yeek summons monsters. Okay. I was thinking that these might be pink horrors, which can confuse you, but these ones can't, so that's fine. Let's kill the Master Yeek. Crow of Dirthing. These ones, okay, so yeah, these can curse you, so I probably want to just kill them right away, although I'm not going to be able to see them once Detect Monsters goes away. So I'm not really afraid of dying to these, but the annoying thing is that this Wound and Curse will probably curse my equipment, and there's 7 of them, so I don't really want to have all my equipment cursed, so I'll just teleport away, I think. No charges. If we hit a trap, so be it. I'd rather not waste time. Like Harpy can breathe sound. Let's just shoot him so he doesn't destroy any of my potions. Why can I? Oh, okay. So I could have actually fought those crows. So the reason I didn't is because I thought I was seeing them from Detect Monsters, and that as soon as I did something, I would stop seeing them. But you can see that I can still see this software bug even though I can move around, so I'm not detecting anything. And it's because I'm wearing this saber, which has sense animals on it. This software bug, did I detect monsters? Okay, I did. I was thinking that maybe the variant maintainer, who is a unique that comes with software bugs usually, was here, but he's not. It's just some random software bug. And this is another annoying starting room. There we go. These guys are like those rat enemies we saw before, where they're pretty weak, but they usually come in packs and they drop stuff, so it's worth killing them. I should have been, as soon as I saw this guy, I should have put on my Filthy Rag of Elemental Protection, because you can see that he hit us and he destroyed a potion of Serious Wounds. So I would have been sad if that was the potion of speed. At this point, I'm just going to hit him, because he's about to die. But what I should have done as soon as I saw him is put on that Filthy Rag of Elemental Protection so that we had Resist Cold. Okay, let's see. Bulldog. Not near us, let's just teleport. Not near us again. Annoying. More potions of booze. Actually, we can just drop the potions of booze. We have a wand of Confused Monster now. There we go. Bulldog. Let's just sit here. He is not immune to confusion, so we are going to confuse him. There we go, he looks confused. He's going to go down pretty... Oh, Orc Diggers. So these guys are annoying because they ruin your nice corner where you're waiting for monsters to come to you. In fact, I think I'm going to phase Doran, Heroism, heal up. These yellow guys, Snaga Sappers, they explode when you hit them, so I probably don't actually want to kill them. I hit a couple of them before and I shouldn't have. Is Bulldog still confused? He is. Oh, no he's not. He exploded anyway. Okay, there we go. Bulldog died, we went to level 17. And he dropped an artifact cap, which is pretty good actually. +1 strength and con, and resistance to light, so let's wear that. And I would rather... oh yeah, that's just a straight up improvement. So that has acid and poison resistance. So the only thing we're missing is Arc Hold now. So hopefully we can find something with that on it. We're at level 20. I'm just going to recall out at this point and continue on our way. Oops, weak. Let's not forget to eat. And here we are in, I forgot what this town is called, Angwil. So, I just got Doom Quest. I'm not going to do that unless I can get potions of resist heat and cold, which I can. So I am going to do it. Do I want anything before I go in here? I want curing. Did this have curing? Finally. And let's just get more cure serious wounds. And might as well get more heroism while we're here. Let's see, is there anything else? It's also worth checking the black market. This early in the game, you probably don't have money to buy anything actually good, but sometimes there'll be something that's worth buying. Although there is nothing worth really... oh, I guess the Ring of Combat. Yeah, I'll buy the Ring of Combat. So that brings us from... actually, we might have gone up since then. That's not the ring I wanted. That brings us from 132 to 155. So in Doom Quest there is always an Elven Cloak here, which is a straight up improvement to our Fur Cloak. It gives us a little bit of extra stealth. So we're at excellent stealth now. I might go back and do the sewer quest. A large shield, which is better than our small leather shield -1. Actually maybe I shouldn't have come in here because I don't have any stone to mud. That's not a huge deal. In this quest there is a guaranteed potion of healing behind a hidden wall, sort of. You have to like dig through the wall to get to it. And I might not be able to dig through granite. So before I round this corner I'm going to quaff resist heat and cold, because I know that there are 2 archviles I think, and they're just going to fireball me like that and destroy all my scrolls. But with this resistance, hopefully it is not terrible. Actually, we do resist poison. So walking over this... ooh, hang on. That was a lot. Walking over this toxic waste, which would normally be a bit iffy, is not a huge deal. Although these archviles are wrecking us. Is there only one? Too afraid to attack. We actually are dying. Ah, it's because our resistance ran out. Wait, did it? I don't know. I wasn't looking in the right place. This is actually pretty bad. Terrified, 44 health. If I quaff heroism, that will help with the terrified, because if I read a scroll at the moment, there's a chance that because I'm terrified, I'll just fail and probably die. So if I quaff heroism, I'll get resistance to fear, a little bit of extra health. So I think I'm just going to do that. So you can see now, even though I'm like 12 health, I'm not terrified, I'm only scared. So I'm probably safe to read the telly at this point. And I lived. So let's see, I'm just going to rest up instead of using any potions. Although annoyingly, I now no longer have resistance. So I'm going to have to do something a bit sketchy. It cast Fireball, I'm going to detect, and then from the detection, he is just out of range. He cleverly moved backwards, he played me. Let's just hope we hit him and he hasn't moved. Wow, he is just not going down. There we go, we killed it. I think I was wrong, and that there only is one Archvile. I'm gonna... oh, what was that? Interesting. A Talwar of Morgul. That's a good weapon, but I'm not going to pick it up because it aggravates. Aggravation means that everything on the level is awake and looking for you all the time. I'm going to fire into the darkness here because I know that there are landmines, because that's just how the quest layout is. And is this a wall? A permanent glass wall. So there is a stone wall here, a granite wall. Can I... okay, I can tunnel into it, it just takes forever. Which is a problem for this one because we're going to be standing on toxic waste as we're tunneling into it, but we do have resistance to poison, so hopefully that's not too bad. Elemental bolts will pick up. So at the moment we do 52 with our regular arrows. If we were to wield this crossbow, yeah, that's a lot better. So it looks like we're ditching the short bow. Actually, well, yeah, let's just ditch it. And we'll ditch the arrows as well. We're probably not going to find another good bow in the time that it would still be useful to hang on to those. So let's put these in our quiver. Yeah, we do get poisoned even... it's not worth it. I would like to have had that potion... actually, can I face through the wall? I can. Okay, cool. This blue dragon scale mail, I'm not going to wear because we already have resistance to electricity from our amulet, and I would rather keep the resistance to acid and poison we get from our scale mail. So here is the potion of healing. And we can tunnel from this side because we're not standing in poison. So that quest was sort of disastrous. I probably shouldn't have actually done it, but it turned out alright in the end. What do I want to enchant? Probably gloves. No, we're probably going to replace the gloves. I'll just enchant the cloak. Okay. And our reward for doing Doom Quest is a Staff of Teleport, which is pretty handy. So if we're confused, you can't read any scrolls when you're confused, but you can use staves or staves. Let's drop off the Potion of Healing because we don't want it to break. Is there anything else we want to drop off? That ring. And we're never going to use that. Hard leather armor protection. There are monsters nearby. Yeah, let's just go kill him. What do we use? We use a lot of Phase Door. Let's get more Phase Door. Let's get 20. And let's just buy all of that telly. And... cure critical wins and serious wins. Oh, more monsters. I didn't even see anything. Okay, whatever. Just tell him. Here we go. We're not going to pick up the entrance to castle because I don't remember exactly. I think it's an anti-paladin is the dungeon guardian. Well, when I say dungeon guardian here, I mean the entrance guardian. So higher level dungeons have entrance guardians. I think this one is an anti-paladin, which I don't want to fight. He'll probably just kill us. So we're not going to pick up the entrance to castle at the moment. That can wait till later, and there are monsters nearby again. Just teleport and go away. So we've got all of the towns now, I think. Yeah. Oh no, we don't have Zul and we don't have Thalos, but we can teleport to Thalos once we've visited 2 towns, and we don't need to go to Zul for quite a while. So that's all good. I'm going to do one quest here, if it's the right one. You can get 1 of 2 quests here, and this is the one I wanted. The other one is Swamp Lights, which is a pain in the ass. So if I got that one, I probably would have left it till a fair bit later. But this one I can do right away. Whoa, I forgot to refill my lamp. That's a problem. So when we were traveling over the overworld, my lamp ran out of fuel and I didn't notice, which was very stupid of me. I know where he is though, so I'm just going to hit him anyway, and there we go. We killed him. Oh, that's an anti-paladin. Maybe I could have hit the entrance to castle, because we killed that guy pretty easily. Anyway, so that was a stupid mistake on my part, but it worked out. Before I forget, let's actually buy some lamp oil. And let's buy another one. Okay, just after I said that we wouldn't find a good bow. That probably would still do less damage than these poison bolts, so I'm just going to ditch it. So we've done all the towns, we picked up a few dungeons, we did a bit of Angband, and we did a couple of quests. Let's go to Thalos. So this is that town over here that you can teleport to once you have visited at least 2 towns. We're going to pick up this quest and we're going to do a bit of the arena. So when you're doing the arena, you should always look at the poster to see what monster they want you to fight. The first 2 monsters are kind of joke monsters. I think this guy can steal your money, but he's really not a problem. You can see he died to 1 round of melee attacks and 1 bolt. So he's pretty easy. The next one is also a joke monster, but can actually do some damage. Not much. It's very unlikely to kill you. And then the real monsters start, but the first few are pretty easy, so let's just power through them. He blinded me, but that's fine. Hill Giant. Hill Giant's a little dangerous because he can throw boulder, which does a lot of damage and it can stun you. Yep, there we go, right away. And he drops some potions of speed, which is why I'm doing this. Monsters in the arena will drop rewards for you. So one thing I should mention about the arena is that you can't drink potions, and you can't read scrolls, and you can't aim wands, and you can't zap rods. I don't have a stave. And you can't zap staves or use staves. But what you can do is eat things. So even though I can't quaff curing, I can eat my mushrooms of cure confusion and my mushrooms of cure blindness. So it's worth, when you're doing arena, to pick up some mushrooms. So I should have some mushrooms of cure poison on me. Wow, they're more expensive than I remember. They use up all our gold. Or almost all of it anyway. Let's just buy some fast recovery. We already have detect traps, I don't need that. Stone Giant. He's like the Hill Giant, but more dangerous. His throw boulder is only a little bit worse actually, but yeah, let's just shoot some bolts at him. Again, first round, he throws a boulder. I've got a bad cut, which will do damage over time, but if I eat this mushroom of fast recovery, it cures it. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Dark Elven Lord, sure. Okay, here we go. So demigods, along with some other races, get talents as they level up. So demigods, I think, are unique in that they get 2 talents. Most other races only get 1. These are all pretty good. I'm not going to go through all of them one by one because I've already been playing for over an hour, I think, and I kind of want to wrap this up. Good ones. I mean, they're all good. Good ones for a warrior. Untouchable, gives you more AC. Evasion, lets you evade monster breaths. Potion Chugger lets you drink potions in half the time, which is really good. And in fact, that's all we're going to take. One with magic. No, actually, that's not good for a warrior. Let's see. Cult of Personality. I've played with a little bit, and I found it a bit underwhelming. That just means that summoned creatures can sometimes be neutral or friendly. Fleet of Foot, I've seen people taking. I'm not too fussed about it. It means that you take less energy when you're walking. Demonic Grasp is a very popular one because it means that late game enemies, in particular the big boss of the game, the Serpent of Chaos, can't drain your charges. I'm not going to take that though at this point. I'm going to take Potion Chugger. So let's see, Potion Chugger, yep, let's take that. We feel like chugging a 6-pack of healing potions. Let's take Dex this time. Up to 183 damage, more healing. So you can see over here, under Fast, +2, and Cursed, there's energy 100, and whenever I do anything, if I attack, it takes 100 energy. If I fire my crossbow, it will take slightly less than 100 energy, because I have more than 1 shot per turn. So if I fire that, it took 92 energy. And if I quaff a potion now, we put one of these potions of sight, it took 50 energy, which means that in the time it would take me to do 1 action, I can now quaff 2 potions, which is really good. Iron Golem will fight. Carrion Crawler, I won't fight just yet. I probably could kill it, but it can paralyze you on hit, and I don't have a source of free action just yet. So I think what I'm going to do is do the Shadow Fairies quest, do the Mushrooms quest, and then probably just wrap this up. Do I have everything I want? Shadow Fairies are a little dangerous because they have Mana Bolt, and they are invisible. And you can see that we don't see invisible. But we do have Potions of Sight, which is why I'm willing to do this. Detect monsters doesn't even detect them unless you see invisible. So they're all asleep at the moment, but that's going to change pretty quickly, I imagine. Yep, he woke up. Let's shoot him. We missed, we hit, and he died. They do have pretty low health, but they also have Mana Bolt for 94 damage, which is a bit scary. Less so on a warrior. Where was that other guy? Over here. Teleports away. Just chill out here and wait for him. There he is. Cool. The bolt disappears. Okay. So there's Shadow Fairies done. Let's do mushrooms. This quest can be pretty annoying just because magic mushrooms are a pretty annoying enemy. You need a good ranged option to actually do it, because if you walk up to them to do melee, they're going to do a whole bunch of crap to you as you're walking up. Can I hit that guy from here? Not quite. Okay, so this magic mushroom on this square is behind this snake. So if I shot him, it would hit the snake and it wouldn't hit him. But if I move over here, I can actually target him and get him, which is a pretty handy trick for, I'll take that, for hitting enemies that the targeter won't actually get so you can manually position your reticle, and you can sometimes actually hit them. The magic mushroom invokes Polymorph Other, and he turned us into a half giant, which was a great move on his part. I think we've got 2 left. Over here and over here. Okay, cool. That time he polymorphed us into a small kobold, which is not as desirable as being polymorphed into a half giant. We'll take the stair down, but we're not actually going to do Icky Cave just yet. I would rather... we could do it actually, because we have resist acid and resist poison. Well, we've got 2 sources of resist poison. Oh, because we're a kobold at the moment. Yeah. I'll hold off on doing Icky Cave. So let's see. A whole bunch of dungeons that we could do. Let's just turn in our quests to get rewards. Ring of Wizardry with nothing on it. What a crappy reward. It's even worse than a plain ring, because at least with a plain ring you can reforge stuff onto it. And that's a reward for Shadow Fairies, a Hard Leather Cup of Seeing, which would usually be good, but I'll keep it in our inventory, but I would rather just keep this metal cap on. And I have just realized I have still not uncursed this. So let's do that right now. Oops. Not all the way over there. Oh man, don't have enough gold. That's... that could actually be a problem. And there's a artifact flower here. Interesting. Because we need to have about 500 gold, I think, to actually teleport to another town. So what I'll do is probably a bit dodgy, but I'm just going to walk out into the wilderness and hope I find some hydras. Let's kill these guys while we're at it because they're slow and easy XP. Here we go, here's some hydras. There we go, there's our gold. I'm holding down a movement key, which is something... oh, what happened there? Oh, we were just blinded. Which is something you should never do in a roguelike, because you'll die. But I'm unlikely to die in the wilderness. So let's see... where do I want to go? Actually, I might just want to stay here, really. No, I don't. I was hoping that would be Cyclop Cave instead of Ginny's Cavern. I've had a bad experience with this quest before, where I walked in and the genie immediately summoned some really dangerous monster. I can't remember exactly what, and I had to bail. So let's just leave that for the moment. We can go back to our outpost, and then we can do the sewer. Let's just drop this food. We've already got Elvish Way bread. So I think for now I'll leave it here. So let's see, what have we done? We finished Warrens and Hideout. We completed all of those quests. Almost died in Doom Quest, so I probably shouldn't have done that. And yeah, let's just stop here. So next time we can go and do sewer. Alright, see you then.